Hey, this is Pat Prescott. We are aboard the Capital Jazz SuperCruise, and it is my pleasure and honor to introduce you to a rising artist, somebody who I saw for the first time earlier this year. I'm so excited about her career, and like to introduce you to her right now, Jazmin Ghent. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for having me, Pat.
That's Jazmin Gent, excuse me, because I know you're Ghent, and so sometimes people say that wrong, but it's Gent, right?
Yes, it's Jen.
Now, Jasmine, tell us a little bit about how you happened to start off your music career, because it had something to do with sailing, didn't it?
It did. It did. So I love jazz music. I started playing in church. Always listening to artists like who you just interviewed, Jonathan Butler. Kirk Whalum is a big influence. And by the time I was in college, continued in jazz music, and then I was aboard. It was a gift actually from my mom. She was like, "Hey, Jasmine, we're going on the Smooth Jazz Cruise," and I was so excited. And I'm here, amongst all of these artists I grew up listening to that I admire, and then they're amazing people on top of being amazing artists. They had a competition on board, and I entered the competition. I always, as a musician, you always got to bring your instrument with you.
Don't leave home without your horn.
Yes, so it was with me. My saxophone was with me, and I entered the competition and actually won. And so Bonnie James and Brian Culberson, they introduced me, and they were also the judges, and it was an amazing, amazing experience.
So now, a lot of people may not know this about you, but in addition to being a musician, you are also an educator.
I am.
Right. So you have a day job,
I do.
which you're going to keep as long as you can, right?
Yes, yes, because I love it, because it's one thing to play, and then also to reach out to young possible musicians, or just show them that you can do this too. So I love it very much.
So what changed for you after you won that competition?
After I won the competition, I was really inspired to write more music. I was inspired to play more, of course, practice more. It really gave hope and started me working even more. So from there, it seemed like things were just taking off.
So now, when I met you was at the Hyatt Regency Newport Beach Jazz Festival, one of your first big gigs. You were on the main stage there.
Yes.
What was that like for you?
I didn't even know I was opening the festival, so that was some added pressure. But it's so amazing, because anytime you go to one of these jazz festivals, the people love the audience, the fans. They love jazz so much, so they're supportive. On top of that, the artists are supportive, and it was just the whole vibes of the festival. It was so much fun. It calmed me down. So,
How would you describe your music, your style of playing?
as I said, I grew up in church, so there's definitely gospel influences, jazz influences. I like pop. I like it all. I like to have just something for everyone that can reach out to every person if you like different, styles of music.
And how did you pick the saxophone as your instrument?
Well, I didn't pick. That was the main thing. I didn't have a choice.
Was this given to you? This is
My mom, she loves Kirk Whalum. I would tell her, like, please stop playing his music. Please stop.
Oh, you was telling her, please stop.
Yes, because she would, it'd be on replay a lot. And I'm so thankful that she did that. She came home with the saxophone one day, a tenor saxophone at that. It was like, you're going to play this. So, it's, again, no choice. But I'm very thankful she did that.
Well, you've experienced the music cruises as a fan and also as an artist now. Talk a little bit about what an experience like this means to somebody who loves music.
Oh, goodness. It means so much. Of course, as I said, growing up and listening, but then also being a part of the format and playing it, being amongst, artists who are passionate about music like you are, and fans and jazz lovers. Absolutely mind-blowing. It's awesome.
And then being on a cruise as an artist, what about the opportunity to meet all these other artists and possibly even collaborate with some of them?
Oh, it's so much fun, because you get to share experiences, advice. You see that you're not the only person who's going through these different challenges. So I love it. And I've met so many people. It's only been how many days? 3?
Yeah, 2.5?
And I have met a ton of awesome musicians.
Plus, even though you haven't done your own show, which is going to happen tonight, you've had a chance to perform. Talk about performing with Robert Glasper in the jam session.
Oh, that was so much fun. They were playing songs like Nardis, Footprints, big time
Right.
jazz standards, and it was fun. It was a blast. Late too. We probably got back like 3 in the morning, so the party does not stop above the Capitol
Oh,
Jazz
no
Cruise.
question. I tell you, you got to come and join us for the Capital Jazz Super Cruise. Get a chance to see a lot of the artists you love and to be introduced to somebody incredible that you're going to be hearing a whole lot more about as time moves forward. And I'm talking about Jazmin Ghent. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.